For decades, the digital world operated under a singular, unchallenged truth. American software reigned supreme. From the smallest startup to the most powerful governments, Microsoft's Windows was the operating system. Google's Android powered our phones, and their expansive ecosystems defined our digital lives. But what if I told you that truth, that very foundation, is not just shaking, but actively shattering? What if the unthinkable just happened, a move so audacious, so strategically brilliant, it could reshape the global tech landscape forever? China, the world's second-largest economy and a rising technological superpower, has just declared digital independence, initiating a phased removal of Western software and hardware, starting with the undisputed king of the desktop, Windows. Before we unravel the full, staggering implications of this monumental shift, a story that will send undeniable shockwaves through boardrooms in Redmond and Mountain View, if you want to stay ahead of these critical geopolitical and technological insights, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment below with your initial thoughts. Your engagement fuels our deep dives into the stories that truly matter. Now, brace yourselves, because the future of digital power is being rewritten. China's public sector, the very backbone of its vast digital infrastructure, is systematically phasing out Windows, replacing it with Huawei's burgeoning HarmonyOS. This isn't just a minor tweak or a regional preference, it's a direct, frontal assault on Microsoft's nearly monopolistic control over desktop operating systems. For years, Microsoft software ran the show not only across the West, but deeply embedded itself even within the complex networks of the Chinese government and its expansive state-backed enterprises. That era is now violently coming to an end. What began as a desperate, defensive mobile experiment by Huawei, following crushing U.S. sanctions that threatened to cripple its smartphone business, has rapidly evolved into a full-blown PC revolution. This isn't merely another open-source fork of Linux or a reskinned Android variant. Make no mistake, Huawei's latest iteration, HarmonyOS Next, is a completely independent operating system. It boasts its own kernel, its own application framework, and its own burgeoning ecosystem, meticulously built from the ground up. This means no lingering compatibility with Android apps, no reliance on Linux for its core functionality, and crucially, absolutely no Windows code whatsoever. It is, unequivocally, pure Chinese technology, meticulously crafted for a future completely devoid of American influence. The implications are immediate and stark. With China's unequivocal backing, Western tech giants now find themselves officially locked out of the world's second-largest economy. The lucrative licensing deals, the sprawling cloud service partnerships, the massive app store revenues that once flowed from a market of over 1 billion people, all of it is now under direct threat of evaporating into silence. The undisputed king of the desktop, Windows, is being shattered, piece by agonizing piece, by none other than Huawei. This is a bold, deliberate move, born not just of technical ambition, but from a deep-seated political and economic resolve. As U.S. sanctions tightened around Huawei, the company knew mere survival wasn't enough. It had to thrive without any reliance on American software or hardware. And now, it is doing just that, ushering in the beginning of a complete, government-mandated shift away from American software. The question isn't if this will impact the global tech order, but how profoundly. Is this the definitive end of U.S. software dominance as we've known it? The audacious move by Beijing wasn't a sudden whim. It was the culmination of a deliberate, long-term strategy born from necessity. As the hammer of U.S. sanctions came down on Huawei, threatening to sever its lifelines to vital American software and hardware, the company faced an existential choice: capitulate or innovate its way to absolute independence. What we are witnessing now is Huawei's defiant answer. a testament to its relentless resolve to not just survive, but to profoundly thrive without a single line of American code or a single American chip. By 2024, HarmonyOS was already gaining undeniable ground on mobile devices within China, a testament to its initial resilience and growing user base. But the ambition didn't stop there. Now, in 2025, Huawei is relentlessly going for the ultimate crown: your laptop and your desktop. And it is far from alone in this monumental endeavor. The Chinese government itself has issued a sweeping, unambiguous directive to all its agencies and state-backed companies: remove every piece of foreign-made hardware and software by 2027. HarmonyOS, in all its homegrown glory, stands at the very heart of that formidable vision. This isn't merely about replacing a product, it's about forging an entirely new digital identity, independent and self-sustaining, a bulwark against external digital influence. According to Huawei's own staggering figures, over 4,000 native applications are already being meticulously built or painstakingly optimized specifically for the PC version of HarmonyOS Next. This isn't just a handful of niche tools. We're talking about comprehensive office software suites, high-performance browsers, sophisticated productivity tools, and even advanced AI assistants, a complete ecosystem for everyday and professional use. Crucially, HarmonyOS boasts native support for China's groundbreaking digital currency, deep, seamless integration with homegrown AI chips like Huawei's own Qing and Kirin processors, and extensive connectivity with powerful domestic cloud infrastructures such as Huawei Cloud and Alibaba Cloud. This isn't just a simple Windows clone or a superficial reskinning. This is the bedrock, the unshakable foundation of China's burgeoning digital sovereignty, a fortress built byte by byte against external influence, designed to operate without any reliance on Western tech infrastructure. But what exactly is HarmonyOS Next, and why is it sending such palpable shockwaves through the very core of Microsoft and Google? To truly grasp the magnitude of this threat, we must understand what makes this version of Harmony fundamentally, uncompromisingly different. Unlike previous iterations, which had elements of Android's open-source project, AOSP, and some Linux components under the hood, HarmonyOS Next has been completely rewritten from the ground up. It boasts Huawei's own proprietary kernel, its own meticulously crafted application framework, and its own burgeoning independent ecosystem. There is no Android compatibility layer, no fallback to Linux drivers for functionality. It is a clean, decisive, and absolute break from the Western tech stack. And astonishingly, it works. HarmonyOS Next is engineered to run with breathtaking seamlessness across an entire spectrum of devices: smartphones, tablets, PCs, vast arrays of IoT devices, and even sophisticated automotive systems. This revolutionary one-kernel, many-screens approach allows Huawei to dominate the entire technological stack, from the foundational silicon to the user-facing software. And thanks to its new ARC compiler and the comprehensive Harmony development suite, developers are now empowered to create applications that run natively on Harmony with performance metrics and system integration tighter and more efficient than even Android or Windows can currently offer. This matters immensely because Huawei is no longer simply playing catch-up. They are actively constructing something truly reminiscent of Apple's legendary walled garden: a tightly integrated ecosystem of hardware and software where everything just works. But this garden is built entirely within China's digital borders, optimized specifically for China's domestic chipsets, like Huawei's own powerful Qing and Kirin processors, or the groundbreaking new Ascend AI chips. This means HarmonyOS isn't just a mere Windows replacement. It's a meticulously designed ecosystem that operates independently from the traditional Western powerhouses like Intel, AMD, or NVIDIA. It runs fast, sips power efficiently, and inherently supports China's own secure cloud systems. And yes, it even includes a built-in app store with censorship-resistant blockchain features, end-to-end encrypted messaging, and an integrated digital yuan payment layer. This is a direct, undeniable challenge not only to Google Play and the Microsoft Store, but also to the global financial titans like Visa or PayPal. China is not just building, it is asserting its digital destiny. So, with HarmonyOS Next unequivocally poised to redefine China's digital landscape and become its unshakable foundation, why is this an existential problem, a cataclysmic threat for titans like Microsoft and Google? Because they're now being systematically, deliberately, and irrevocably locked out of a market that encompasses over 1 billion people. Imagine the chilling silence that will descend upon their balance sheets. No more lucrative licensing deals from Microsoft's ubiquitous enterprise software. No more sprawling cloud service partnerships for Azure or Google Cloud from the world's fastest-growing digital economy. And absolutely no App Store revenue flowing from the immense digital transactions of the globe's most populous nation. For them, this isn't merely a significant hit to the bottom line. It's a profound symbolic defeat. A resounding declaration that their once indispensable software is simply no longer welcome, no longer necessary. But the true menace, the insidious source of palpable panic reverberating through Silicon Valley boardrooms, extends far beyond China's meticulously guarded digital borders. If this audacious model, a completely independent, domestically developed, and fiercely supported tech stack, proves undeniably successful in the world's second-largest economy, it could, and indeed will, become the template for global digital liberation. Let's dissect why this colossal shift is catching U.S. tech giants so utterly off guard. For decades, Windows has been the unchallenged incumbent, the very air we breathe digitally. Yet it's increasingly perceived as bloated, burdened by legacy code and an escalating security liability, fundamentally never designed for the dynamic, cloud-first, AI-powered computing paradigm of today. HarmonyOS, by stark contrast, is lean, inherently modular, and engineered with AI at its very core. It boots with astonishing speed, runs with unparalleled lightness, and scales seamlessly across every imaginable device. Then there's Android, Google's seemingly ubiquitous mobile OS. Despite commanding billions of users globally, Google is already losing its iron grip on its own platform, particularly in China, where the vast majority of Android devices run highly customized forks ruthlessly stripped bare of Google Play services. Now, with HarmonyOS Next severing all remaining ties to Android entirely, Huawei is issuing a defiant, unprecedented global challenge. It is absolutely possible to ditch Google and not just survive, but profoundly flourish, especially when your entire domestic market, backed by an assertive government, stands unequivocally behind you. Even Google's sleek Chrome OS, a valiant web-first desktop attempt, pales in comparison. It's perpetually dependent on internet connectivity and simply cannot match the raw native performance or the flexible app ecosystem that HarmonyOS is now delivering, complete with potent edge AI processing and deep smart device integration. More critically, Huawei isn't just replacing American software, it's meticulously cultivating an entirely new, deeply rooted software culture. With the formidable unified backing of Chinese tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, and ByteDance, HarmonyOS is rapidly evolving into a fully localized, self-sustaining, and utterly comprehensive alternative to the entire U.S. tech stack. The sheer numbers are nothing short of staggering. Huawei proudly boasts over 800 million active HarmonyOS devices, with more than 4,000 native applications actively being developed or painstakingly ported specifically for HarmonyOS Next. That unequivocally is a momentum that cannot, under any circumstances, be ignored or dismissed. And here's the true game changer. This isn't merely about China's internal strategy. Huawei has already begun strategically expanding HarmonyOS into eager, friendly markets across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, regions that are desperately hungry for viable alternatives and inherently less ideologically tied to Western platforms. If HarmonyOS proves stable, blisteringly fast, and robustly secure, it could become the definitive template for countless other nations looking to finally escape decades of digital dependence on the United States. This isn't just about losing users in China, it's about losing fundamental control over a monumental market, over the global narrative of technological leadership, and over the very deeply ingrained idea that American software is the universal default. For Microsoft, China has always been a profoundly complex relationship, historically riddled with software piracy, but nonetheless a colossal revenue stream. Yet over the past 5 short years, that once dominant grip has irrevocably slipped. Beijing's relentless, unwavering push for IT autonomy and Huawei's aggressive, innovative development of HarmonyOS Next has completely flipped the script. Now, instead of being the indispensable software that runs China's critical digital infrastructure, Windows is being systematically erased from it, office by office, school by school, server by server. And for Google, this feels like an agonizing déjà vu. Remember, Google was famously banned from mainland China in 2010, but its Android system still powered the vast majority of Chinese phones, albeit stripped of Play Store services. Now, with HarmonyOS Next severing all remaining ties to Android entirely, even that last precarious foothold is crumbling into dust. Worse, Google's quiet long-term plans to potentially re-enter through subtle cloud partnerships and AI collaborations, those doors are now firmly, definitively, and perhaps permanently shut. The panic, make no mistake, goes deeper still. Both Microsoft and Google keenly understand the long-term existential risk. If HarmonyOS unequivocally succeeds within China, other countries, nations like Russia, Iran, and even vast parts of Africa or Southeast Asia could swiftly and logically adopt strikingly similar strategies. A splintered world fragmented into multiple sovereign tech ecosystems is no longer a theoretical academic debate. It is happening right now, before our very eyes. And it's not just about political ideology, it's fundamentally about cold, hard business. Losing access to billions of users doesn't just impact revenue, it critically impacts the training data for advanced AI models, the collection of vital user analytics, the expansion of crucial developer networks, and ultimately global market influence. While Western companies are still endlessly debating regulations and ponderous AI safety frameworks, Huawei is quietly, relentlessly building a future where they're not even invited to the table. What do you think? Will the West fight back with a unified strategy, or will we witness even more nations follow Huawei's pioneering, audacious path? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like this video, share it with anyone who needs to understand this pivotal moment, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest insights on tech, finance, and geopolitics. The next digital revolution is already here. The only question is, who truly controls it?